Okay, let's dive into this. If you're looking into network access control, or NAC, you've probably got one huge question on your mind. And it sounds so simple, but getting a straight answer can be, well, let's just say it's surprisingly tough. That question is, what does this actually cost? It's the bottom line, right? But in the world of enterprise security, getting that number is almost never straightforward. So let's talk about why that is. And this brings us to what we call the NAC pricing problem. Let's really break down why getting a simple number from the traditional vendors is just so darn hard. So you go to the major players, your Cisco, your Aruba, Fortinet, Forescout, and you ask them. Their answer is almost always, well, it's complicated. None of them publish their list prices. You can't just go to their website and find out what it's going to cost you.
And what that does is it forces you into this long, drawn-out sales cycle. You have to submit your specs, then you negotiate, then you wait and wait. This can literally take weeks. And all the while, your entire business case is completely stalled because you're missing the most basic number. It's this whole maze of variables and feature-specific line items and complicated support tiers.
But what if there was a totally different way? I mean, what if we could explore a radically simpler approach that just flips this entire frustrating process on its head? Well, instead of that long negotiation, the Genia NAC approach gives you a real price based on just count them, three questions. First, how many active devices are actually on your network? Second, do you want it in the cloud or on-prem? And third, which edition fits what you're trying to do right now? That's it. Seriously.
Now, that third question about the edition, this is really important. This isn't about, holding back features just to upsell you later. The editions are actually designed to match your company's operational maturity and your immediate security goals. And this table here lays out the path so clearly. You can start with a basic edition, which is all about network visibility, just knowing what's connected. Then, when you're ready, you move to professional to add access control. And finally, enterprise brings in the whole shebang, full IT security automation. You just pick the level you actually need right now. So here's the most crucial point. You select those three variables and you get a price. A real number. Not some vague range, not a, hey, contact us for a quote button. You get the actual number you need to build your business case right then and there. But let's go back for a second to that very first question. How many devices are on your network? It turns out just the process of answering this one question can provide you with incredible value from day one. You see, traditionally, finding this out means risky switch integrations or loud active network scans. Genia NAC's free trial takes a totally different route with a network sensor in what's called passive mode. It just listens. There's no switch integration, no active scanning, and absolutely zero disruption to your operations. It's totally safe. And the moment you turn it on, this is where it gets fun. The trial immediately starts to reveal the gap. The gap between that neat, orderly list of devices you thought you had and the kind of chaotic reality of that's actually connecting to your network every single day. So, how big is that gap, you ask? On average, organizations discover 30% more devices than their inventory management systems even knew existed. Just let that sink in for a second. 30%. That is a massive visibility gap. And it always leads to this moment of shock when the security teams see the dashboard for the first time. It's always, wait a minute, that's been on our network? And that initial discovery, that immediate security value, it happens right inside the free trial, before you've even spent a single dime. Okay, so that covers the license price. But honestly, that's just the tip of the iceberg. We really need to talk about the real cost of NOC, because it goes way, way beyond that initial number on the quote. Look, the license price is just what you see on the surface. The real cost, the total cost of ownership, is all operational. It's the time, the people, and the expertise you need to deploy it, configure it, and maintain the system day in and day out. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is when you put them side by side. On the left, you've got your traditional NAC. It often requires dedicated, highly trained engineers and can take months to deploy. Then on the right, you have Genia NAC, which is designed for a much lower expertise threshold, deployment in weeks, not months, and a simpler agentless architecture. And that agentless architecture is so key. It just means less complexity and way less infrastructure for you to manage. For most organizations out there that don't have a dedicated NAC engineering team, this operational simplicity translates directly into lower real costs and a much, much faster time to value. All right, finally, let's just zoom out a bit.
What does it actually signal when a vendor is this transparent about their pricing right from the very start? Public pricing really it signals a commitment to a straightforward relationship. It means there are no hidden costs that are going to jump out and surprise you at renewal time. It means you get predictability for your multi-year security budgets, and ultimately, it just signals trust.
So it all comes down to a really simple but really powerful promise: getting a real number before you have to make any kind of commitment. It puts you back in control of the whole evaluation process. So you see, the real cost of NAC isn't just a number on a quote. It's the operational effort, it's the hidden complexities, and it's the risks you don't even know you have yet. The question then becomes not just what will it cost to secure your network, but what is it costing you right now not to see what's really on it?